Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome to this year's edition of the Gary's Paint and Body Shop Shawn Jones Show, where we cover everything on Rebel Hill with the South Greene Rebels football team. As always, I'm joined here with head coach Shawn Jones. Coach, how's it been?
Doing great. Pretty good summer. Been hot, but we've been going at it for a few weeks, so we're ready to go.
It's been hot for sure. Is it just me, or has it been one of the hotter summers of recent years?
It's been more. It ain't really been hot. It's been the humid part that's got me the last 2 weeks. I'm usually used to it, but I've been going home dead tired the last couple of weeks, and felt like last year we really got it. I can remember after the first game we had our off week. It really got hot the first season, so I'm hoping we get that break this weekend. Hoping it starts getting cooler around here.
Here lately, we've had nothing but rain, though.
Well, that's the thing. My field got kind of dry there about a month ago, and now I can't keep up with it again.
Yep.
Like it was back in the spring. But hey, that's good. We got the field going and everything. So just hope this weather breaks pretty soon.
The good news is being out there and it being hot, that means football's right around the corner.
That's it. When we come back from that dead week, we hit it running, and we tell the boys, be ready to go to at least November, hopefully a little bit further. So we're excited. Like I say, we get that summer break area, 2 weeks off. I try to get my mind off football 2 weeks right after season, then we get back going at it, and so it's exciting to get the boys in here and get going and get school back started.
The day that we're recording this, it's officially 2 weeks away from the first game you'll have when you kick off at Crockett in Jonesboro. Let's talk about the team, though. Okay. Let's go down through the starting lineups, offense and defense, like we usually do in these every year. We know a few starters coming back, but of course there's always some graduations that bring in new faces to the starting lineup. So go through the offense and defense and tell us who's going to be starting this year and who you expect to be big names.
Well, we had the Greenwood Sun come the other day and done an interview, which not as good as you all. And we talked about, I think I got 8 and 8 returning on both sides of the ball, and I actually got a few players that actually played a lot. So it's really good. So some of those guys may even started when you look at the schedule. So we feel good about the guys we got coming back. On the offensive side of the ball. Got a lot of our linemen back, and of course Susong and those guys. So I'll talk about that first. Of course, right off the bat is our senior leader, Susong. We start for his third year. He's gotten better each year that he's come up here, and he's going to be good for us. His backup right now is going to be a freshman, Caden Bowers, looked really good. About 6'2", 6'3" kid that we hope to back Susong up. And that was the thing last year. We knew we had Nash and Race had played quarterback before. We just expected to need him in that last playoff game. So we're going to prepare more this year for a backup quarterback and try to give him some reps in the preseason. Of course, at running back, we got Nash coming back. Nash is going to be a junior, rushed for 975 yards last year in 7 games, and got hurt, missed the last 3. Was a big deal to us, and he's come back bigger and stronger and faster and looking good there. And then another back we got coming back will be Trip Neese, a sophomore that done a great job while Nash was out last year. So we got those 2 in the backfield. That's going to be really big. Out of receivers, we got Trey Gentry coming back, was big for us last year as a senior. We expect great things out of, and then out there with him will be Charlie Lane. We like Charlie in the slot. Charlie done some good things for us last year. Will be a junior, and then other receivers. Lucas Couch is going to start at the single receiver. He's a junior, big body kid that we like. Missed a little bit after the half the game. I think he missed a playoff game because he was injured. It's going to help us out. And then subbing there, Simon Burns, our offensive coordinator's son, is going to be a sophomore. It's had a great preseason. It's going to get some time at receiver. Jeffrey Dotson, another kid's going to get some. A senior going to get some reps there at receiver. Then maybe throw a little freshman in there. Noah Shelton's come on, big size kid. We hope to throw out there. At receiver, so that right there is the guys we feel that's going to be in the skill positions throughout the year. We can move Trey to the backfield and Charlie. If something happens, those other 2 need a break. So the skill people on that starting bunch, and I need to mention Zeke Rader could play some running back if we had to. Be a senior. He's a defensive specialist, but he's got some reps at running back. So that's the guys that's going to be the skill up front. We feel real excited about. We got a bunch of guys back and got some freshmen can play. Starting at center will be Brandon Lisby. Played for 3 years. Has done a good job, and him and Susong work well together. He'll be our starting center. On the left side, the left tackle, we got Heath Norton, big old junior that we really like and played well for us last year. And another returning, a senior, Seth Franklin, will be the left guard. So those guys, all 3 of those guys started last year.
And that's big, having 3 offensive linemen come back.
Yeah, that's real big. And then on the other side, the guy we got starting at right guard didn't play a lot on offense, but he's come on. He's going to be a big guy on defense. Is Jovan Pendleton. a big strong kid for us to play right guard. And then right now, we're kind of up for grab on the right tackle. We think it's going to be Zach Bledsoe, a junior that had a bad year last year. When I say that injury-wise, not that the way he played, he's just injured, didn't get a lot of playing time, so he's come back real strong. And we could actually start a freshman there, Justin Haberstadt, big kid, that's really looked good in preseason. If he don't start, he's going to play a lot, so we really feel good about that. And then we got a bunch of kids that can back him up. We got another freshman, Thomas Mayhew, could play a lot. Got a freshman, Dylan Shelton. He's had some shoulder injuries, and we don't know if he's going to be out all year. But if he gets back this year, he could play as a freshman. So we got 3 big freshmen there that can play, and then other guys that can back those guys up. We've got let's see here, look at my list here. Nathaniel Pitts, a senior, can play on the line there. That we've got coming back. Colton Silver's another junior that can play on the line. So all those guys can get some playing time this year, and the thing we want to do is build some depth. That's a big thing, is build some depth. And of course, we've got some younger guys we hope to play, but those right there will be the guys that get on the rotation on the offense. Now, defensively, Coach Case, I think we scrimmaged last Tuesday at Northview. I think he said he rotated about 23 kids, so that's really good. So on that side of the ball, up front, just real quick, just for the fact we've already talked about him, Jovan's going to start at one of the tackles. Probably Nathaniel Pitts is going to start at the nose, and then Heath Norton will start at the other tackle, which would be big for us. 3 big guys there. Inside, we got Zeke Rader and Charlie Lane. Sitting on the outside, we got Trip Neese that we talked about just a second ago, and Jeffrey Dotson, another senior we talked about. Corners, we got Trey that's been there for 3 years, and Simon Burns, a little sophomore, like we said, is feeling really good for us. And then rounded out, at safeties will be Nash and Susong. So we feel really good there. And then, guys that's going to play, Lucas Couch can start at outside backer at times he did last year, and also play some safety. He's going to get some rotations there. Nolan Weems, the senior, is going to play some corner that we rotated in. Shawn Owenby play some safety as a sophomore, rotate in. Looking at some freshmen. Jay Neestep, Caden Bowers, we looking to try and get them ready, because again we're looking for depth that can play. Bryce Hogg, another 9th grader, freshman, can play. Again, Noah Shelt, we talked a bit about off the side ball as a freshman. So all these guys can rotate in. Another freshman, Jackson Bowden, who played a lot in the middle school, can rotate in. And so Peyton Lawing, another junior. So again, we're up above 20 guys that we feel like we can rotate in and do different things. Cameron Smith, another senior, rotate up front. So we pretty much Angel Sanchez, another sophomore that they can rotate in. So we pretty much got all these guys can play on defense that we feel really good about. And then lastly, on the starting line, we got starting lineup. We've got our kicker Brent Wilhoit, who's worked really hard this summer. Went to a lot of James Wilhoit camps, and all we told Brent is like, dude, get consistent, and he has. We feel like Happy Valley, he was real bad sick, and I tell him still till this day that he's lost the game for us. Kind of joking with him. That's our principal's son. So he got real bad sick and missed the game, and we go to overtime. We feel and didn't try an extra point all night long kicking. We always went for 2 and didn't make it. So if we make at least one extra 2-point or he kicks one, we win that game. So it's a big deal to have Brant back kicking. So that pretty much goes through the lineup there. Other guys. I like to mention everybody. White Fender's a freshman that's hurt right now that hopefully can come on and play. Hunter Smith, a freshman. One of these days we think will be a good player. Bryce Crum, a sophomore. We feel it can help us on the line. Blaine Bowles, a sophomore, is making his way up. Braxton Crenitton, a sophomore, didn't play last year. Come on, big old strong kid that we like. Lane Cooper, a freshman. And then rounding out, William Dodson, a freshman. So we got 38 kids, and hope to have a couple more coming to get to above 40. So we like a roster, and just got to build some depth and get some backups.
It's good to have as many players as you do coming back, because a lot of those names you mentioned in the starting lineups we've known from last year and the year before when they were just starting to bubble and under and being those talented players. But you see the players on here, but we've also got the coaching staff on here. I want to talk about the coaching staff a little bit too, because a lot of those are also the same, like the players over here on the left side. Up here at the top, of course, you have head coach Shawn Jones yourself. Under you, you've got a few familiar names. So go down through the coaching staff and talk about what they bring to the team.
Coach K's come with us. I think this is his 5th year here. Does a great job calling our defense, and he's real energetic, and we love what he does on the defense side of the ball. He will study his butt off and get ready for the team. So it's great having all the knowledge he's got, and he's coached for over 30 years. So it's great having him with me. Coach Burns, he's kind of my offensive coordinator. It's kind of, he's a volunteer coach that does insurance, but he does a great job. He studies it, loves it, and I trust him. It's like every now and then I'll ask Coach Burns if we've got a play, and he'll kind of smirk at me because it's maybe a play that we ran before and didn't do too well in, and because I put total trust in these guys. Coach Case runs the defense, Coach Burns runs the offense, and I put total trust in these guys. And if you look at our record the last few years, it's worked. We win ball games, we play well. Of course, every now and then I'll throw a play in there on offense or make a suggestion because I feel like as the head coach, I want my coaches to coach, and that's what they do. Chase Carter, a former player of mine, is trying to finish up at Maryville. He's been here with us all summer. He's done a great job with the line. He'll be with us on Friday nights, some during the week at practice. We're just hoping to get him, maybe get him a job here next year and up this way to still help us out. Brad Malone and Bubba Rader are two unsung volunteer coaches. They do the summer workout program, and Zeke and Nash. That's their dad, Bubba, who was an All-Stater here at South Greene back in the early '90s. So we got them. Bryce Malone played at Chucky Dope, and to me one of the best backs we've ever had in Greene County. He comes and helps us out. Alex Arwood, of course, in Greene County, once his season's over, he joins our coaching staff, and he helps us on Friday night and does a great job. So, when you look around, sometimes, we go to camps or something, we'll see 10, 11 coaches. It's kind of disheartening, but then when we go play and, beat these teams, we're like, all right, we don't have to have all these coaches. So yeah, we've got minimum coaches than other teams, but I got a great coaching staff and wouldn't take nothing for them. Love all these guys.
I want to skip ahead to a few questions because saying that, it kind of reminds me of who you've got first on your schedule. It was that way last year when Crockett came down here. It seemed like they had double the coaching staff and double the players, and you ended up beating them by double digits in a game like that. So talk about the schedule ahead. I'll go ahead and read it off here. You open up the season on the road with the first 2 games against Crockett, and then with your first region game against Cumberland Gap. You come home for your first game against Chucky Dope. You go on the road again for Union County. You come back home for West Greene, another region opponent, which is also, of course, the Milk Can rivalry game. You go on the road for 2 games, Seymour, and then Happy Valley, that tough region game that you're looking to get revenge on after last year. And then you have 3 straight home games at the end of the year. I know you like ending the year with those home games because last year you were the road warriors at the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
Now you get to stay at home. You get Eagleton Academy, Granger, and Hampton back to back at the end of the season. So talk about your schedule. I know it's the same one from last year. You're just flipping venues. Talk about what you expect out of your schedule this year.
Well, Crockett's going to be tough opening up. I think they took us a little lightly last year coming here at 5A school, playing a 2A school. It did help that their quarterback threw it to us 5 times. And, watching the film, I watched it today, and I was like, dang, if he don't make all those turnovers, it's a close ball game. So tough. It's going to be a tough game playing at Crockett. And then the thing about it is, win or lose, last year we came off that big win, then you get your open date, and that's kind of tough. We've never had that. This year coming to Gap, we got a new coach, going to have a new style. They've been down the last couple of years, but a new coach come in, what they're going to have. I know they're kind of young, but a big conference game, and of course, those next 3 got Chucky Doke and West Greene, and with Union County. Union County is a bigger school; they're a 4A school, but they've been kind of down. But so the good thing is you get Chucky Doke and West Greene at home, so that's big for us. Those 2 county rivals, having them at home. And then, of course, you throw in Happy Valley, no words there. They've always played us tough. No matter what the situation is, we go there. But I really like ending the season with Eagleton and Hampton, especially conference games here at South Greene. Eagleton's going to be tough. They're going to be fighting for the conference championship already in year 2 because they lose no seniors. Or they had no seniors last year, didn't lose any players. And we beat them on a goal line stand down last year on 2-point conversion to beat them 20-19. So that's going to be huge. And, of course, Granger in between Eagleton and Hampton here at home. So it's a tough schedule, but it's a winnable schedule. We started out and won our first 6 last year before we slipped up at Happy Valley, and Susan breaks his arm or second play at Hampton that night, and Nash and him was out. So we're kind of looking for some revenge in those games. So there's a lot of things we're looking forward to here coming into the season, and we'll go play. It's like scrimmage, and we had Northview the other night, got Gatlinburg tonight. We always want to get those bigger teams because they make us better, and that's why we schedule bigger teams. A lot of coaches I think schedule smaller schools just try to get the win. for their coaching record. One, I don't care about that aspect of it. I want us to get better. We want to win them. We try to schedule teams that we can compete with. A few years ago we had Elizabeth and Catholic and Boone, and we've never beaten Boone, but we've always competed with them. I always competed with them. So we're going to play teams that make us better, and hope that it makes us better for the end of the year in that conference game and the championship and on in the playoffs.
At Corner Pond, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pond can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pond is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee. For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Going back to the roster just a tad bit, I know that we're going to expect big games and big moments out of some of those returning players, like Jacob Sousson at quarterback, like Nash Rader at running back. On the outside, you're going to have Trey Gentry. You've got a very experienced O-line coming back too, and a lot of those same players are going to be the ones making plays on defense. Who are some breakout stars you expect to see this year? Who are some of those names that you mentioned that you think will become big names that we'll mention each week in our interviews?
Well, I mean, one right off the bat on the offensive side is going to be Charlie Lane. Charlie Lane's a gamer. He's a junior. He played for us last year, but he does some good stuff, but didn't really speak a lot about him. And I'm going to tell you on defense, Zeke Rader. Okay. He's a small package. When he was a freshman, couldn't gain no weight, but he's worked his butt off, and I think you're going to see his name a lot on the defensive side of the ball, and I think you're going to see Charlie on the offensive side of the ball. And then Jeffrey Dotson, a senior's worked hard on both sides of the ball. I think you're going to see his name a lot that people may not recognize. So, but we got some guys, some freshmen, we may see their names. Let's see what happens, and we may mention them throughout the year, but those guys right there are the ones that come to mind right off the bat.
For me personally, I'm excited about the offense a lot. You've got Sousson at quarterback coming back. You've got Rader at running back coming back. Trey Gentry is a player who's made explosive plays that I'm excited to see back with that experienced O-line. What's your expectations on offense this year? What do you expect out of those guys coming back?
Well, we expect to run the football. And last year I think we averaged a lot of points there throughout the season, and we expect to do that. And again, we're veteran, all right, up front and the skilled people. So we expect the offense to carry us this year. Usually at this time of year, your defense is ahead of your offense. Mm-hmm. Maybe the offense this time, we'll see tonight at Gatlinburg. Maybe the offense is a little bit ahead of the defense, but it won't be that way long, the way the defense is flying the football. So we want to be physical on both sides of football, and if you're physical, you can win football games, and that's what we want to do.
So we're 2 weeks out. You've got a scrimmage later today. 2 weeks from now, you'll be kicking off at Crockett. What's your outlook on the season at this very moment, 14 days away?
Well, we want to go 10-0, and that's what we're going to believe that we can do that. And until that happens, we're 0-0 right now. We'll see what happens. We'll take it week by week, but we feel like we can win them all. We can lose them all. All right, but we feel very confident in the team we got as long as we stay healthy. That's a big question mark, staying healthy, because when you got those injuries creep in, then things change.
Last question. I'm going to add one. Cowboys record. What is it this year?
Oh, gosh. If we don't get going here and we don't get CeeDee Lamb signed, I ain't worried about Prescott, but if we don't get CeeDee Lamb signed, we might not win 5 ball games. So I'm kind of ticked right now about that. So we won't discuss that till later in the year.
That's the best opinion I've heard from a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Usually it's Super Bowl or bust every year. So set the bar low, and you'll be happy with the outcome
That's
later
exactly
in the
what I'm
year.
doing. I'm setting the ball low right now, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Coach. That's all I've got for you today. I know you've got pictures of scrimmage. It's a good Friday. It's always good when you can have football activities on a Friday.
That's it. Enjoy it.
All right, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching this first edition of the Gary's Paint and Body Shop Shawn Jones Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on Grassroots Media.